Day. I haven't done a live right after a workout in a long time. I was about to get in the shower and get ready and then do a live, and I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna do a reel and raw. And I want to come on here with you guys because as I did the Peloton today, and after this week being at Warrior Trainer production meetings, I really realized, and I'm really like super convinced that you are not enough. Now, when you hear that, I know what you're thinking. You're like, what do you mean I'm not enough? I've always been told I was enough. Well, let me tell you something, okay? No, you're not. You're not enough. And what I mean by that is whenever you are wanting to do something, so many times, okay, I'm going to tell you this, okay? I have always categorized myself as somebody that I'm self-motivated. I'm somebody that will get things done. I don't need anybody to tell me what to do. I don't need anybody to motivate me. I don't need anybody. Okay. And in the last couple of years, what I've really come to realize is that attitude has had me where I'm at. And what I mean by that is that attitude of like, I can do this on my own. I don't need anybody. Like, I know that that's not really how I think, but deep inside in my subconscious mind, I feel that I can get things done like on my own. And the reality is nothing great and no great person, nothing great. Championships are not won alone. And even if you might be thinking, yeah, well, what about like, for example, like, I don't know, like a figure skating or an athlete that's a one person, they have a coach, they have a team. And this week, Thursday and Friday, I was down in Dana Point at the Warrior production meeting. So we're going to get together every single month, And so Garrett is literally coaching us step by step on how he built a huge coaching business. And for me, I just love being around the energy. I love learning about how I can better myself in all areas of my life, okay? And the way that I look at it is anytime that you are learning something, you are always going to be able to take lessons that if you apply them, they can enhance your life. So this morning, I did the stack. You guys, my stack today, I won't get off topic, okay? But I'm just going to tell you, my stack today was a game changer. Game changer. Okay, maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Maybe I'll do another live later on. But today I wanted to talk to you guys about this. So and one of the things that he was saying over the week, and actually everybody was saying over the week, is like, who's at your corner? Like, what is your team? Who are you going to run with in 2024? Right? And like, who are you following? There was a guy there that was like, everybody there pretty much is very successful in their own field. And Garrett's like literally telling us what we need to do, our daily 4, our weekly 2. And this guy went on and he was like, I just don't see a point of this. I just don't see a point of this, and I don't see a point of that. And I'm not going to get into the whole story about it, but basically it's kind of ironic and it's really funny that a lot of the times we get coaches and we pay people to help us and guide us. Okay, I'm guilty of this too, okay? And we don't follow what they say. We question it, we argue, we debate instead of thinking like, okay, well, if I hired them, either one or two things. Either one, you made a bad decision by hiring that person, right? Which is fine, okay? But if you know that this person is good and that's why you decided to invest your money with this person, why are you not listening? Okay? Why are you not following their counsel? Now, I'm not going to lie. I've been there. I've had coaches where I don't do exactly what they say. Now, I will tell you this. The couple of times in my life that I have literally, and that was part of my stack today. I was like, the couple of times in my life where I have literally followed step by step what somebody was telling me, what my coaches were saying, and I trusted the process, even though a lot of the times I didn't agree, even though most of the time I didn't like what they were telling me to do, even though a lot of the times I was resisting, I got the most ridiculous results in whatever it was that they were guiding me in when I followed what they said. So you're not enough. I'm not enough. We cannot get something huge in this life on our own. You just can't. I mean, not even Jesus. And he's Jesus. He had a team. He had a team, right? And so I ask you this year, 2024, who's going to be your team? And it could be your children. That can be your team, okay? It could be your spouse. That can be your team. Who's your team? Give me a second, okay, Sebastian? Okay. Who's your team? Sit down right there. Listen to mommy. Who's your team? Okay? And I ask you this because I had to ask myself this year. At the end of last year, I literally looked at my life and I'm just like, because I had to make a decision of what I was going to do for 2024. And all these things were coming in my head, doubts, questions. And I was like, no, I know how to do it. I know what to do. And then I have people, here's the worst part, right? I have people around me that I know have good intentions that they're like, you don't need a coach. You don't need XYZ. You don't need that. You know what to do. Just do it. Just do it. And for a little split of second, I was going to trust that. But here's the thing. I stopped, thank God, and I thought about my last couple of years. And I'm like, okay, I've been doing things on my own for a while. How's that going? Where does that have me? In my body. Where does that have me in my spirituality? Where does that have me in my relationships? Where does that have me in my business? Now, I'm not saying don't have a mind of your own at all. But what I am saying is I'm just going to talk about myself here. I decided to get some coaches. I decided to be a willing student.
Mommy.
I decided, manda mi amor.
After you're done, you could.
My son is the best negotiator.
You can do this, okay?
Okay, sit down. My son is the best negotiator. He better be a lawyer. Can you please sit down, Sebastian? Thank you. He better be a lawyer when he gets older because this kid, literally, you guys, argues and negotiates for everything. I mean, there's not one time that I can think of that I've asked him to do something and that he said, okay, mommy, everything's an argument. But anyway, so back to what I was saying, you guys, for me, okay, I was like, I had to stop and think like, man, you know what? I am just not enough. I can't do this on my own. I need a team, right? I need an army to support me, to guide me on those things that I cannot see. And I love what they said over the weekend, right? We had somebody that, you guys, I'm going to launch a podcast. I'm so excited. I have always wanted to do a podcast. And 10 years ago, I started something and I literally still have them. Okay. 10 years ago, I'll put a link on the bio. I'm on the thing here. My YouTube is flooded with 2 years of weekly calls that I had in Spanish and in English for different topics. Calls on sales. We read the book, Think and Grow Rich. We mastered the core 4. I mean, just a lot of topics, you guys. Like seriously, there's a lot of stuff. Because after I met Garrett and Raul Villasis in Las Vegas, these guys were doing these daily podcasts and they were doing all these things. And I'm like, I'm going to do that. And this is before Zoom. Okay. This is before all of that. This is so I had like a daily rant for 5 to 10 minutes. And it was about the topics that I was going through, lessons that I extracted from what I was going through. And, anyway, I stopped doing after like 2 years, every single week, no exceptions on Tuesdays. No matter where I was, sometimes you're going to hear those calls at the airport, okay? But no matter where I was, I did these calls for 2 years. And so I'm excited to bring back the podcast. Actually, it wasn't even a podcast. I don't even know what it was. But anyway, because it was a call, it doesn't matter. Anyway, they're all on Zoom. They're all on YouTube, okay? So we're going to do that. I'm also going to be starting to do a weekly webinar. And this is all this is all out of my element. I'm like, okay, here we go. Let's get things done, right? Follow the instructions, Karla. Follow the coaching, right? And I got to tell you, my ego doesn't like it. My ego doesn't like it. And that is a lot of the times what gets in the way of us having great things in our life. Is that our ego is threatened.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Our ego is threatened. Can you sit down, Sebastian, please?
I'll go put it right there.
Okay, thank you. Our ego is threatened. Right? And so then we start to question things. And then our brain starts to think oh my gosh, she does that? What does that mean? How are we going to change? And a lot of the times your brain just wants to keep you safe, wants to keep you comfortable, wants to keep you stagnant, right? Even though I love change, my brain is don't go there, girl. That's going to mean all these things. And then all these things in my head start to brew. All these false beliefs, all these false, past traumas. And I say false because everything that we experience is a story we are telling ourselves. That's it. That's it.
Okay, now you can do it.
So, okay. So I'm going to encourage you. Give me a minute, okay? I'm almost done, okay? Can you sit down, puppy?
But you're done.
Okay, I am. So I encourage you guys, to really realize you are not enough. You're not. You need people to guide you. You need people to support you. You need people to give you feedback. We all do. We all do. And those that think, nah, I don't need it, either A, they're in total denial, or B, they're just not up to big things. Because you don't know everything. And you don't know what you don't know. And you don't know what other people can see that can, boom, dramatically impact your life. So, I'm going to tell you guys something, okay? I was there. I promised I was going to tell you guys that Thursday, Friday, I was over there and I asked him, I said, hey, how can we invite more people to these communities? And he said, all they have to do is like get the app and that's going to give them access to all the calls and everything like that. So I am, if you guys want to know about all of that, send me a DM or comment the word app in the comments here once I post it, and I will make sure to send you the details via the DM. So obviously they're not working this weekend and I forgot to get the links and all that kind of stuff, but I will get all of that, and by Monday, Tuesday the latest, I will make sure to get all that to you guys, because we do have a call on Tuesday at 2:30 every Tuesday with just women, and then they have a call at 1 o'clock with just men. So if you're a man and you want to be part of it, you can be. And these conversations are really intense, like not intense, like, but like very deep. Okay. And they're going to have you look at what are you missing and what is like the lack or the commitment you have in your body, in your spirituality, in your relationships, and in your business. And when you start to look at those 4 things, you will start to realize that you don't have to sacrifice other things in your life when you have success. You don't. You can actually have a successful business and a successful marriage. You can have a successful relationship with God and a hot smoking body. We can have all those 4 domains. Now, will they always be plain full out? Will they always be going 100 miles an hour? Probably not. But that doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice one thing for the other. So if you want to know how you can do that, for sure, hi, Enrique, for sure, send me a DM. Yeah, he's doing like a 30-day free thing of everything. I'm talking about like $2,000-$3,000 worth of stuff. He is giving it a 30-day trial for free. I was like, what? So, that's what's so beautiful. You get to a point in your business and in your life that you have had so much success that you can literally, and you want to help others and give it. But here's the thing. Whatever you don't pay for, you don't pay attention. So the fact that he's doing it, the fact that he's doing it for free for 30 days, I'm sure that it's like $100 or something a month after that. It's like nothing, but for sure I can't even tell you what it has done for me every single day, stacking. And I don't even use all the features because to be honest with you, I'm like, that's my another commitment. It's like at the end of the night, I got to go back and do my core 4, check off how did I do with my body? How did I do with my relationship with God? How did I do with my relationships? And how did I do with my business? Like, it is a way of gauging your life in all the 4 areas. So if you guys want to know, send me a DM or comment down here, app, and I'll make sure to send you the details, okay? With that said, you guys have an awesome, blessed Saturday, okay? And I will talk to you later.